Some folks got the patience of the angels, not me. My heart, well, it yearns for vengeance. When they leave the place, I'm gonna leave it smoking. Hearts to be healed and the ribs to be broken. Hearts to be healed and the ribs to be broken. When they leave the place, I'm bound to leave it smoking. Gas to the floor, I see them moving around. Yeah, heartbreak holds me down. Well, he said I'm halfway across my town. Give it light to cut tracks. Stole my morals, I don't need them back. Now they gotta stand on the problem you see. I'm in these doors, I keep it in a score where I see out. Don't know, maybe I did not undergo what I think I did. I've been an idiot, but no one saw a fucking thing that night. I drove away scot-free back home that night. I gave my boy a wipe, and at any rate, I just felt great about it. Shit, that drow's low and so still not as low as the woman expects for me to go. I'll go. I'm covered up the wall when this is all done. It will all be over. You got light to cut tracks. Stole my morals, I don't need them back. Now they gotta stand on the problem you see. I'm in these doors, I keep it in a score where I see out. Don't know, maybe I did not undergo what I think I did. I've been an idiot, but no one saw a fucking thing that night. I drove away scot-free back home that night. I gave my boy a wipe, and at any rate, I just felt great about. Strong and softly spoken, stay strong with their grins. Each to his own in 5 miles, and one uppercut to the chin. To the chin. You better watch what you say, you better watch what you say. You shouldn't have crossed me, you should have crossed me. Don't know, maybe I did not undergo what I think I did. But I feel that about myself in the eye of the law. Looks upon me like I am fraud. Oh, why
It was 1974. Young R&B rolled out the factory door. Fresh, clean, yeah man, not a scratch. Indianapolis initial dispatch. First 13 years just sat back. Soaked up culture, learned how to rap. Cut my teeth on a crew called Brain Sand. With a new man that I'm deep, I'm a man but me. Know I had to be warming up. Hit beat down, started forming up. A crew that definitely pulled it up. Shabba mass that band that'll bump your rump. But all good things gotta die sometime. Transfer but there ain't no sunshine. Hooked up with these R&B allies. Knew we were like-minded after one line. One night man, yo I knew we had work. Lost one beat junkie, I'm through with that jerk. Step back, it's a red alert, I'm not kidding. Getting any motor vehicle that you can fit in. Sitting in any signaling emergency position. Allow my R&B to make it happen in no vision. I'm just another dude on just another stage in yet another city Paul never been stayed in. There's a big shows going down every day, so what you gonna do, man? Stanley would say that there's a lot of rappers filling the void. A lot of hot crews out there making noise. Every single night by there's a million choices. You're here now, so raise your voices. You're here now, so raise your voices. You're here now, so raise your voices. Man, I hate it when I gotta get up when it's dark. I'm too tired and I just wanna sleep in. Start thinking I might have a cough. Think my boss would believe it. This weekend I did a lot of drinking. My voice sounds deep, so it just might fly. Start thinking that I just might try. Clear my throat, look. Hi, this is Andrew Hall. I'm not feeling too well. Think I got the flu, but I really can't tell. Voice is all scratchy and it started to swell. Well, you know I might be contagious. It feels like that it's in the early stages. My girl had it, now I think I caught it. Oh man. Oh yeah, dude bought it. Hook, line, and sinker, and never even thought it. It's time to get to sleep, restart niggas. Hey, really not prepared to begin this day. Up last night at a show too late. Too many drinks and too much smoke, and I wasn't even rapping, just laying low. Hold up, I gotta get the cell phone. Hello. It was nice, talking real fast. All I made out is junk at the past. I'm just another dude on just another stage in yet another city part of the biggest stadium. There's a biggest show going down every day, so what you gonna do, man? Stand it would say that there's a lot of rappers filling the void, lot of hot groups out there making noise. Every single night by there's a big choices. You hear now, so raise your voices. You hear now, so raise your voices. You hear now, so raise your voices.
What in the hell? I still got OBS on. Un momento. Chew, that's better. What's up? Welcome. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Too much semantic. It's just semantic masturbation. Good panel. I just could not bring myself to care about the topic. Who gives a shit? Like, what utility does introducing this new phrase have? None. It's just a new way to create infighting. It just seems obvious and stupid to me. But you know what? What do you expect from somebody who tattoos Donald Trump on his fucking leg? What's up, Jen? Welcome. What's up, 10th? And welcome, Mr. Thank you for the $100 Cash App and special recognition to Mr. who's very good about always hitting me on the Cash App. I know that he sacrifices the clout that comes with making a big donation visibly. So, but I do appreciate that. And I was tinkering a little bit earlier today, and so Mr. gets the first play of the new Wales clip.
Money ain't a motherfucking bribe. It's a sport I invented to win when I watch. Known all the rights and the lights and the locks, even known all the ice and the Sprite. You just try to get money. Money of your motherfucking life. 2-ton angel carved out of ice. Alligator sailboat, $sign ice. Fill a warehouse full of Van Goghs twice. Get money. Money or your motherfucking heart. I could give it to my dog. He makes money when he barks. So put it in my fridge or in one of my parks that I bought so my robots could learn how to love. Get money.
Okay, so that wasn't actually the final version. I'm going to replace that with the latest. You know, some things are a work in progress. That's actually not the latest draft of that. So I feel like kind of a dummy. And when I upload the correct one here in just a second, I'll play that one instead. Delete that. All right, that's what I did. All right. We'll try again in a second. I don't know. I didn't see. Don't know. I stepped away for a second. Oh yeah, this is a big one that people break regularly. They can't. You cannot make any direct threat of violence. Wayne Gretzky's face on his ass, pretty disrespectful. Well, I still don't think that tattoo is as bad as somebody tattooing, like, sincerely, reverently, Donald Trump. I mean, this man is an actor. This is what I keep telling people and telling people and telling people. Donald Trump is an actor. He's a career actor. He's got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He's not a businessman. He's not a real estate agent. He's an actor who plays these things specifically. He inherited a real estate business and has managed to keep hold of some part of it after several bankruptcies. But what he's really done throughout his career is acted. He's an actor. And, you know, I don't know. Hopefully this guy never realizes that politicians are just ugly actors. Because that tattoo was in color, in detail. That was probably 3 sessions and $1,000. And it will be hard to cover that up. Yep. Can you get some bombs? You can absolutely get some bombs. And thank you for being the first dono of this stream. I believe, yes, the first dono of this stream. Let me drop some bombs, and then we'll try out actually the latest version of the whale thing.
When you hear the sirens or anti-aircraft guns, you must get under cover at once. If you're in the open with no cover, lie down. The most important rule of all is never to stand staring at the sky. If you don't take cover, you may get hurt.
All right, now let's retry this. And then I need you guys to let me know.
Money ain't a motherfucking bribe. It's a sport I invented to win when I watch. Known all the rights and the lights and the locks. Even known all the ice and the Sprite. You just try to get money.
Money of your motherfucking life. 2-ton angel carved out of ice. Alligator sailboat, $sign ice. Fill a warehouse full of bingos twice. Get money.
Money or your motherfucking heart. I could give it to my dog. He makes money when he barks. So put it in my fridge or in one of my parks that I bought so my robots can learn how to log. Get money.
All right, so here's what I need to know. If you were to donate $50 or more, and you got that instead of bombs, how do you feel? Is the bomb still better, or do we like this? Because we've seen the bombs lots. What's up, Arctic Timberwolf? Only gold and silver are true money. Probably. I actually wouldn't mind going back to gold and silver for currency. The reason that I was always given, I think that everybody was always given for having paper currency, is that it's all that metal is too heavy to carry around. But you know, $1 million in 20s weighs more than $1 million in gold. Yeah, it's hard to top the bombs. It really is. It really is. I sort of outdid myself. Mr. being diplomatic. I won. Paper is heavy, especially since you know, it keeps inflating compared to the price of gold and silver. Let's see. So what are we going to do today? So there's a couple things that I want to respond to or react to a little bit. And one of them is the first one is the Jake VO podcast and Team Fatty debate that he had a couple days ago over on Team Fatties over the N word, where he got Jake ended up getting booted and banned. I haven't watched the whole thing through, but I've seen enough of it. And there's a bit that I want to, well, I come up in it, so got to respond to that. All right, so we're going to kind of jump in the middle. So just a summary. They're having a debate over the N word, and is it reasonable for, basically the discussion seems to get kind of locked into, is it okay for black people to respond with violence to the N word out of somebody who's not black? And Jake is pointing out that there's a double standard here. That doesn't make sense. And Fatty's point seems to primarily be that he's not necessarily advocating violence, but he is saying, like, if you run up in my face and start calling me any sort of name, right, I'm going to respond aggressively. This is, you just can't run around harassing people. So at surface level, I do agree that there's a double standard, and I think it's a silly one. Obviously, you all know that I don't. Black people can say the N-word here on my channel, and that's about it. It's not a massive deal, and it's not for any reason other than pure laziness. I don't want to deal with the bullshit, and this is not a hill I care to die on. It really does not matter to me, so I'm just not going to even mess with it. But I do agree that there is a double standard that doesn't make sense. And I do believe in free speech as an ideal. Not that I'm going to, sacrifice my channel to uphold that. But I do prefer freedom of speech. And I think that above all, it's really kind of self-defeating for black people for that word to have as much power as it does. That said, the longer I listened to this, the less I agreed with Jake and the more I agreed with Fatty. So we're just going to kind of jump in about 45 minutes in, and
you're harassing us. And if you keep doing it, they'll, because the reason why we have to kind of define these definitions is because is a criminal like the BLM riot speaks, right? Mexicans that cross the border who are also criminals at.
All right, so Jake's trying to say that when he uses the N-word, he's referring to criminal black people, and that basically every slur, anytime he uses a slur, it's basically referring to a trashy or criminal element of that race. It doesn't hold weight for me because you can insult somebody who's a scumbag, but when you use a racial term to be derogatory towards a shitty person, you're scumbagging a whole bunch of other people who are not at fault in the same time. And real quick, I'm going to put this up. We're 20 minutes in. If you're watching on Flow State, hit the link that I put in the live chat in the description box and go watch on the Powdered Dusty. I am about to drop the stream on Flow State before we really get into this, just because next time I apply for monetization over there, I don't want to have this content sitting there. So with that in mind, for the people on the Powder Dusty, trigger warning, harsh language and stuff, racial terms used in an informative and non-hateful context. Nothing here is being stated in with the intention of causing harm, hate, or malice. We are reviewing something from an academic perspective. Where's my banner? There we go. There we go. That's your warning. And if you're on flow state and you haven't shifted over yet, I'm about to shift you for you. You'll be redirected. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.